All right. I'm having a little experiment as well. I'm running an experiment. I'm using Figma. And for those who don't know, I'm just playing around with Figma. It's a design tool, presentation, running here and there. It has a lot of cool things which Miro does have as well. So I'm playing a little bit on that. And yeah, we have a topic, Agile Life Hacks, managing friends, family, kids, and life. This was we got a little bit inspired. Echo asked, what can we do? What can we do? And I thought, like, let's take on this topic for this week, colony. Yeah, and I have a little disclaimer, it sounds like, I'm really good in managing friends, family, kids, and life with agile methods, and it's not at all the case. So just a disclaimer, I don't plan everything in my life using agile. The universe is really better, I can tell you that for sure. And my point of view, planning is using brain, and decision making is using heart. And sometimes you use your brain and sometimes you use your heart. Depends on really what you're going to do that. So a quick check on Agile Manifesto. We have these 4 pillars, right? Which most of you really do know, that they say individuals and interactions over process and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaborations over contract negotiations, and responding to a change. It's all the Agile Manifesto. And something which I found on the web, which also inspired me throughout the days, like, if you commit to family or personal values, it's communication is that, but it's opposed to time, and seeing parents as role models are opposed to parents as teachers, proactive children as opposed to reactive children, the family as a self-managed team over family, parent, child hierarchy, responding to change as opposed to maintaining the status quo. And, it's very interesting. You can mix it also back into an organization. You just replace the words here and there, and it mix also here and there. But that's how things have been evolved over the years, the last 10, 15 years, I would say. And something I strike out, if you look at this agile picture, we got the working products. And if you look at the personal life, I feel like the harmony is a very important thing. The customers collaboration is where I say the family collaboration. Responding to change, I would leave it, and individuals and interactions, I would leave it. But all these soft skills, responsibility, trust, collaboration, and learning, I think that's something in this methodology you really can apply to anything. I mean, in your personal life, you can look at it and how can I gain trust, be it my friends, be it myself, be it with anyone, family running, even the kids, right? How can I win trust, or the collaboration on looking at different stakeholders, product owners, family relationship, and always the learning coming back that everyone can learn in a family, the 3 to 80 years old managing this. Responsibility and things on like that. So just to give you also a brief idea, I had a Kanban board with my grandfather, who is 91, and I'm introduced into this board like, hey, why don't you do this? And he's very good in that right now. He's like, he has a to-do in progress and done by himself. He's managing it in Trello. 92. And he found out that you can assign people. So I sometimes get even emails saying, hey, I'm supposed to do something for him, so it's work visibility, which allows him to collaborate, gain trust, and also motivates me and him that, hey, I told my grandson to do it, right? And he keeps like the interaction going on. So which brings back also the harmony he's involved. I haven't seen him for the last 2-3 years, but that's the harmony part which keeps on going. And there's one interesting picture which I literally found it so good. There's a company, I forgot the source, but I was using it in my IRP. This is the word where they take apart the word agile, the AGILE, right? Accountability, growth, integrity, love for empathy, right? And that's something I think probably you can just apply it. I mean, I can apply it in the morning when I wake up to the evening. It doesn't mind if I'm working or in family situations or whatever, right? It's accountable, growth, integrity, empathy, laughter. I mean, that's something we can remind of, and it's a good way of breaking it down what Agile really means. I got inspired by this blog. I can share with you the link. That's a German family. They have 6 kids. As you can see, 3, 6, no, sorry, 8 kids. 2, 1, 2. No, this is mom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And the complete companies run through Agile. They have a checklist, and this is German, but this is really a checklist to clean the washroom. This is in this order, which complete instruction on how they do. From the 4 years old up to the 14 years old, they're running that. It's really amazing, and a very simple board for the smaller kids. And the bigger ones, they do have this kind of board where they have a little clustered in weekdays, or what's the do, what's the weekly challenge, what's the upcoming events, it's a quote of the week. And also another family who has literally school bags and the to-do list, which is an AM, PM category: teeth, hair, clothes, shoes. You do it in the AM, you do it in PM. You remove the magnet and you make it visible. And they celebrate the success like that. And that's pretty amazing. And here you see also the German family something. This is my board at home. It doesn't look right now like that, but yeah, I managed with my daughter and with my wife. I mean, we as a family, we run like this. We have the non-negotiable things, which my daughter knows. There's no negotiation on that. And then we have the planning things, which she draws something, and then she will write a description to it, and then she will move it around. And the end of the week, we will make sure that this is done, everything is done. She decides on the priorities, and we have a little debate on Sunday or Monday. There was last week, I could do this more, I could do this less, why I can't do this more, right? And some of the sticky notes, we have the fun of taking it apart and sketching it and putting it in a row. So this is my board at home, which I updated time to time. Right now, it has a new line at the bottom, which is emotion tracking, where my daughter draws a little emotion, where she feels what her emotion was. So the board visualizes also the emotional progress where she is. And she decides on that, and she sticks that as well. So it makes her visible. And sometimes she really surprised me. She looks, she says, I'm feeling sad. And so what happens? You know, it's a kind of reflection, and we make it visible, and then we know what was it and we talk about. So there's a downline here, which has been, the board got upgraded 3-4 months ago, I think. This was something I did for my IRP, just also to show it for the students. Yeah, that's a wall at my home, and my wife was literally going crazy after that. She's like, how are you going to manage your entire IRP? And I put all the chapters, all the research have to be done. This is not really a Kanban board, but I restructured the entire IRP on this, and making different colors, and where are my impediments, and when do I need to deliver. That was quite cool. That helped me really, really, really a lot. And I had these things where I know I needed to focus on, and or where I need to spend little time or more time. One guy who's very interesting, his name is Bruce Feiler. I will share maybe later on the link. There's a YouTube link, which is quite old. It's a take on agile programming. It's probably 6 or 10 minutes, I would say. How he took up the challenge on agile families, and he's explaining it very wonderfully, better than me 100 times. It's really fun. And he has also a book, Happy Families. I had a brief read on this book, and could really interesting how he brings agility in a family system through 3 generations. It's quite cool in a way. And just also the Agile Ceremonies, if you look at this in either way, personal life, family life, whatever, right? You have this refinement, stand-up, retrospective review, grooming, and things like that. And what comes out is literally priorities, impediments, visibility, epics, time management, product owner, and more, right? And I think that's also something in your personal life. You have a little stand up on with people, you have a little refinement, if you have a big thing to do, retrospective, what's going on, review of something happened, do little grooming if there's a big thing. I mean, my grooming, I remember 20 years ago when I took a flight, I had a really big thing. I didn't call it grooming, but it was like, oh, I need to do this. I need to pack luggage, the thing, and this really, I made it also visible without knowing that was Agile or Kanban or whatever it is, right? So you do that knowingly or unknowingly. And yeah, I mean, that's my whole point of view on how we knowingly or unknowingly we do apply already agility. Some of the things we probably miss out, or some of the points can be really with a small little step, can be literally already applied into it. And yeah, I mean, that's more or less I wanted to just run through on this topic. And the funnier part is also to hear now from all the participants their ways, how they see or how they feel. We could little bit use a bit agility or the agile ceremonies in our life.
Hey, Dev, would you mind sharing